Yes, yes, yes. We are in the building. Okay, so what you are looking at is an Ethereum trade. And you are looking at how I killed Ethereum. Okay, so we're going to do a naked chart breakdown of how to trade Ethereum and how I did this trade and why I should be looking to get out of this trade right now, as you see. Okay, so as you see, the momentum is very strong. Let me mute this so you don't get any interruptions. As you can see, the momentum is very strong and this going down. Why is this candle doing this? Okay, so a lot of you probably don't know why this candle is doing this. But if you want to know why it's doing it because this is the high of the day. Okay, so I'm going to go over to a quick chart and show you guys why it's doing this. Okay, so I'm going to open my indicator chart real fast, take a quick glimpse at it, and then I'm going to go back to the naked chart. I'm going to break everything down for you. Okay, this is what my chart looks like. Okay, this is, you see that red bar where the candle is, and you see what it's doing at that bar. You see that? Just pay attention because I'm about to go back to the naked chart and I'm gonna break everything down for you guys, and I'm gonna explain to you why the candle is actually doing that, and if you want to trade this, what you can do with the naked chart. You don't need any indicators, just analysis, and I'm going to show you how to do this. Okay, so this is how you would trade Ethereum. So as you know, Ethereum has been going down and then it got up and it's now trying to hover around this 1300 price. Okay, why is this area doing this? So let's do a quick analysis, and I'm going to show you why it's doing this. Okay, let's bring out the shape tool and let's just show you right here where this wick is. Let's go like that. This is the high of the day, and not only the high of the day, but, and why is this the high of the day? This is the high of the day. Let's use the period separator because yesterday price got to this point and the sellers pushed the price back down. As you can see, once it hit this price, this level, 1340, that's where the sellers came in and said, we don't want this to go any higher. And a lot of people who were holding Ethereum clearly sold it off. That's what causes Ethereum to drop. Okay, so a lot of people sold at 1300. They were waiting for this as an exit point. Now, why is Ethereum going back up? We did get a lot of news today. So a lot of people, because of the news, are clearly buying Ethereum. So people are now buying into Ethereum again. And I don't know what the news was, but based off the news, it must have been positive for something because people are buying. Okay, now what happened is, once again, so whoever was holding Ethereum, who's looking at what I'm looking at, they saw this area and they decided to exit again. So that's why you see this happening. This is the high of the day and people don't want to take a chance. So what they're doing is they're getting out. So let's look at the key levels. Where is this price looking to go if it keeps going down? All you got to do is look to your left and do history. So let's mark up the chart, and this is what your levels would be looking like for you to watch out. Okay, so let's go right here. See this area right here? Let's use this. This area is definitely another area where you want to look out. Okay, so price is looking to drop back down to here because this is where it's comfortable at. Okay, so this is a level that you would probably watch right here. Okay, so this is probably going to be the low for Ethereum. Okay, so what do? Why would you trade this? Why would you trade this? Okay, the reason you would want to buy Ethereum at this level, this would be a buy level. And why was this my buy level? I'm going to explain all of that. If you missed this opportunity to buy Ethereum, why did it buy right here? Why? Why did the robot buy right here? Because the robot did this for me. But why did it do it? It's a simple reason, people. Okay, so let's do it. Let's break it down. Let's put this shape tool out again. Pay attention to this area. See this area right here? This was an area where price was rejecting. This is just a simple strategy to catch a breakout. This is what this was. This was a breakout. Price did like this. Every time price came here in the last couple of days, once price went here, this is the zone for the price. Okay. Okay. Once price hit this point, we
TTGO
now
Cloud
saw that
KJ
this was
buy
what?
Gold 5-minute chart.
This was resistance. So price went down and created a resistance here. Well, it created a support level rather. Let's be proper. I don't want to speak out of term and give people the wrong information. Price got in this little area right here and it would not break either side. So what you would have done is, if price would have dropped here, you know, you would have been heading down and you would have took a sell. Okay. Price didn't. So price bounced off this level and went over here to this famous support. It bounced off again. The buyer said, we had enough of that. This was your key right here. That price
TGO
was
Cloud
ready to go.
KJ buy.
This
Gold
big
15-minute
wick,
chart.
almost like a doji, let you know buyer stepped in with fury. Okay, buyer stepped in with fury. So now we're watching this trade as a buy. What do we need as a confluence to get in this as a buy? You guessed it. This area right here. So this area right here was broke. This is textbooks fundamental, guys. This area was broke, and when this area was broke, what did we do? Soon as this first candle closed, the wick would scare people. The wick would have had you like, But no, the wick was fine. The wick was fine. This was not a fake out. Price broke this level. So once price broke this level, it was a breakout at that point. Buyers won the fight, and they broke out. They took Ethereum back from 1,200 to 1,300. So we took the buy with them. We've been in this buy for 2 days. Price went all the way back up to the high. We thought it was going to keep breaking out. Guess what? It didn't. That was the level. They like, So now it dropped again. So boom. Now what is price doing? It's still trying to test this level and break it. So what did we do? We took our stop loss and we moved it to right under that wick. As you see, we moved it to right under this wick. And why did we do that? We did that because that looks like another little mini level. This is a mini level. So if you go down to a lower time frame, let's just go down to like maybe, let's mark this and I'm going to show you right now. This is like a mini little level. Just something went on here where price, it was reacting to not selling past this point. So in order to find the story of this, we have to now go to a lower time frame. So just so you know, I'm on a 1 hour. Let's go down to maybe the 30-minute and see what happened there. Okay, so now we get to the 30-minute and boom, it looks way more clearer what happened. So clearly this was a level. You see, once we go to the 30 and drag it over more, you see this was a key level. Okay, so this was a level where supply was. Okay, so there was a level here that orders got fulfilled. Buyer said, nope, we want more, we want more, we want more. Ethereum is pumping at this point, and this was a lower level. So let's go to the 15-minute. We'll get more information. Let's let the chart load. Boom. Boom. See how much more clearer that becomes? This is clearly now acting as a resistance. And I told you, if you go to a lower time frame, you would see this story. So let's go back to the 1 hour, and now we know clearly that's a mini level. This is some kind of mini level on a lower time frame. Why is it only on a lower time frame? Because of the amount of volatility is not high enough to be seen clearer on a higher time frame. So now we know prices at this level. So we take our stop loss, which was, this is where it was, and we move it to this level. We just move it to this level and see what plays out, because we're in profit now. So we move it to this level and we just let it play out. If it continues to break out, guess what? We'll just keep trailing and break out with it. But all you have to do is do fundamental analysis. And when markets are doing what it's doing like this, you go to your supply and demand and you just break it down and you eat off of it. So always look for these levels. Let's take the period separator off. For those of you on Windows, you just press Control Y and it'll always give you your period separator. The period separator is telling you every day. So every time you see a white line, that is a day. Okay, so this is separating the hourly chart by days. So all the hours in a day is in between the two white lines. Boom. Take it off the chart and we see our levels clear as day. So how did I learn how to mark up my levels? I use this indicator that we have on the site called the supply and demand indicator. And once you use it for a long enough period of time, you can start to see these levels with your naked eye, and you don't need the indicator. But the indicator is going to get you into seeing these lines and these levels. And that's why I always try to give everybody this indicator. That's why it's so cheap, and that's why we pretty much give it away, because we want you to be able to see the levels. Because at the end of the day, if you trade levels, you're not going to always win, because breakouts will occur. So if anybody tries to make it like this is bulletproof, it's not. But it's definitely a bread and butter strategy that a lot of people use, and it's respected because the supply and demand is how the banks trade. Okay, so anytime you see a level, always pay attention to these levels, because these levels are where the big money likes to take orders. So they try to push price to certain levels and then they fulfill orders. And why do they do that? Market maker talk real fast. I won't get too deep into it. They do that because people who are buying and selling want to buy at the best prices. They want to sell at the best prices. So they push price to a certain point and then they take advantage of that entry or exit. And that is why you have levels. And that is why levels are so important. So people who don't understand, just understand if you don't have any other strategy, learn your supply and your demand, your support and resistance. And yes, they are different. Support and resistance are levels where price reacts. Supply and demand is where prices are being executed. So what's happening at supply and demand is orders are being fulfilled, and support and resistance, which is a form of supply and demand, but it's just more flat. Those are just levels. The difference is supply and demand is where they fill the orders at, and support and resistance are where the price usually tends to have a hard time breaking through. So what's happening when you see that real fast? That means that when at these levels, big money is watching and they react to say, hey, let's push price through this and manipulate and liquidate people, or let's leave it and let it be respected. So when you see levels getting broken, that's them liquidating people and they're taking money. The market has to make money as well. And that's why you will not always win with the strategy, but it is a firm and strong strategy. And that's why most people trade it. That's why you really kind of can't go wrong with it, because let's say you take 10 trades off of supply and demand, you should be winning majority of those trades. And if you're not, that just means you're taking them at market manipulation times, because they will do that. They will break levels, they will take orders, and they will reverse on you just to cook people. They will do that because that is how they get liquidity. That's how they make money, okay? So just know that most times this will be respected. And, you know, you just use your prop analysis and your confluence. And if you see the price breaks, then usually the price is not going to break just to trap people. That means they made the move. And, of course, the move happens. You're going to miss part of it, because when they do it and when you see it, it's two different times. But usually it's called a breakout because that means price is going, and you better hope you're in that move, or at least trying to understand or see it. But supply and demand will help you notice that, okay? So I feel like I'm babbling at this point. I'm going to end the video. I don't want to make it too long, but I wanted to break down how do you trade Ethereum on a naked chart. And I traded news today, and as you can see, just real fast,
TGO Cloud KJ buy gold 5-minute
pat
chart.
myself on the back. Let me take a minute to pat myself on the back. Let's go back to my original Ethereum chart where the robot actually took the trade from me, because I automated the strategy and the robot did it for me. Of course, now I have to sell y'all something. For those of y'all that stayed here, I'm going to sell you something. So just stick around. Hit the like button, subscribe, share. But this is how you do it without any indicators, any software, okay? But as you can see, oh, we traded news today, y'all. You know, we traded news. Look at this. Look at this, man. Look at this, man. We traded news. We traded news. Oh, I probably shouldn't have showed y'all that. That's the new robot. Anyway, let me get off of that. But yeah, we traded news, and as you can see, the robot clearly, as you see from that watermark right there, the robot did take the trade right here. And the reason it took the trade is off a basic strategy that we use called the cross. So the cross happened right here. This is another strategy. I can't really teach it to y'all like that. You would have to have the indicator to see it. But bottom line is, when the cross happens, what did we say? The cross happened. This was a support level that got created by this wick. This wick actually created this support level because this wick came right here. Boom. Tapped out your stop loss for those people who were in the buy. If you took this buy right here, and this is why you got to use confluences, people. If you took this buy right here, this was looking valid. Now, if you paid attention to this green line, this is the high of the day. You were supposed to get out at the high. Okay, so just like they respected it, you should be respecting it as well. Let me mark it. This was your exit strategy. This is where you were supposed to get out. You know, people like me, I don't get out. I'm greedy. What I'll do is I'll just put my stop loss somewhere around here. And if it's a fake out, I'll get tapped out in profit, and I'm not complaining. But guess what? The price hit here and it went back down. Boom. If you were still in the trade, you got super cooked right here. This was a fake out, though, because how did I know it was a fake out? Because of the cross. You see this blue dot? That's how I knew this was a fake out. Momentum was changing. This was to scare you, to get you to hop out the trade. You hop out the trade, and then boom. What did my robot do? It gave you the signal, and guess what it did? It flew. Boom. The robot gave out the signal. We jumped in the trade, and look where we're at right now. Okay, so just keep in mind that, you know, there are confluences to these type of maneuvers to let you know that they're real. You know, you just got to know what to look for. A lot of people don't who speak ill of like moving averages and things like that, they don't actually know what to look for. There's things you have to use with it. Okay, so you can't just rely on one thing. You have to rely on a couple of things for your analysis. But when you rely on them, you're good. You're good. And the reason I'm able to talk like this and sound so confident is because I've seen it every day. I sit here all day and night and just stare at this when I have free time. You know, if I have free time, I'm studying this. And that's why I'm able to see this, and it's like a textbook thing for me to come and tell you exactly what happened, why this happened. I could look at the price, I could look at where price is at and tell you everything that happened. Okay, so that's the reason. So as you see, supply and demand, we use that. Now let's go back to the naked chart. As you can see, I just gave you a demonstration on a naked chart. Okay, so you guys will be able to do this on your own with your own MT4, MT5 trading view, whatever you're using. And this was a breakdown on how to trade Ethereum, even under CPI and heavy news. And we did that. We did that, man. We traded it. We won. We were successful. As you see, price is trying not to really go past that point. You see how the body is closing right where this wick is at. This is where the fighting is going on. The bulls and the bears are going at it, guys, live in front of you. So hit the like. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you guys traded during news. Did you chicken out? The holidays coming. People getting scared to trade. A lot of chop happened. Money's being missed by people who are telling you don't trade. I'm still trading. We're going to be trading for the rest of the year. Maybe 1 week we'll be off, but we're going to be trading for the rest of the year. But let me know what you think in the comments, guys. I'm out of here, and this was how to trade Ethereum even in the news. Peace.